What is discogenic pain and how does a disc in your low back cause pain? I'm going to break it down for you in this short video. Here we go. 40% of low back pain cases are discogenic. That means that 40% of low back pain cases are caused somehow by your discs in between your vertebrae. Okay. How does that work? So, surely you've heard by now that your disc is like a jelly donut. It's not original, but it's just a good description. The jelly on the inside is called the nucleus pulposus. Okay. The nucleus right here. The outer portion of the disc is called the annulus fibrosus. It's thicker and it holds that nucleus in place. Now, the outer third of that annulus fibrosus has nerve fibers, and these nerve fibers, send information to your brain. Okay, so when you have an annular tear is a tear in the annulus. Some of that material from the nucleus kind of oozes out into the fibrosus, the annulus fibrosus. Now, here's the problem. That material from the nucleus has inflammatory proteins. Okay. When these proteins get to the outer third of the annulus fibrosus, it's reaching those nerve fibers, and that's sending pain to your brain. That's where you're getting the pain in the case of an annular tear. Okay. So, something that's important to know is you may have annular tears, but if those tears don't reach out to that outer third where the nerve fibers are, you may be pain free. The key is if you have a tear that somehow reaches out towards that outer third where the pain fibers are, that allows those inflammatory proteins from the nucleus to ooze out and hit those pain fibers. All right. So, what does that mean for you? What that means is the way you move matters. When you have good posture, you can see that the nucleus sits right in the center of the disc, kind of actually towards the front of the disc, but we'll say it's the center. When the nucleus is in the center, everything is good. When you sit, pressure on those vertebrae pushes that nucleus towards the back end of that disc. And that can cause the nucleus to make more contact with that outer third of the annulus. So the two positions that put the most pressure on your disc are sitting and bending forward a little bit, kind of like this picture, and also standing and bending forward about 30 degrees is when you have the most pressure on the disc. Okay, again, this pressure causes the disc material to migrate towards the back end of the disc. And that typically is where you have most of your annular tears, not always, but usually. So, how you sit matters. Prolonged sitting, especially, is going to cause pain in this case. Additionally, if you're sitting in the car, that prolonged sitting with the vibration from the car is a nightmare for someone with an annular tear with discogenic pain. So that's why it hurts so much when you ride in the car. Other seemingly harmless activities that can trigger a lot of pain: doing the dishes, brushing your teeth. Those two activities, you're standing and you're leaning forward slightly, and that can cause some pretty significant pain. Additionally, putting on your shoes and socks, vacuuming, especially because then you're adding in that twisting component. So these are daily activities that can cause a lot of pain if you have an annular tear, and you know now that pain is coming from your disc. So I hope that short explanation gave you a little bit of clarity of how your disc can generate pain, specifically in the case of an annular tear. I really believe that the more you understand about your low back, the better you can handle it, whatever it is that you're dealing with. Please give me a like if you found this video helpful. Additionally, we talked a little bit about how you move. If you want more help with that, check out my Beat Back Pain Blueprint. I'll attach it in the show notes. It's a free resource I have to help you with managing your low back pain. And I appreciate you watching.